Good morning, crypto world. It is 2:42 a.m. 6/8/2019. Very exciting times ahead. Why is that? Oh, Apollo currency for the 7 days is up anywhere between 15.23 and 25%. And this is going to be an up and down for the pricing because the volume is key. With the volume right now hanging at the 1 million mark, you see a very volatile pricing from the 15.7 to the 16.4, and this is just because it's up and down in the volume. And when the volume goes up because of all the new things that are popping for Apollo, which is the ADF partnership agreement that was put out there yesterday, which was there's a lot more coming for the press releases and a lot more for this whole situation. But the crux of the situation is, when you look at that ADF partnership agreement, what did they say about Apollo? Apollo is going to be promoted through Africa by the ADF. The only, as they said, coin that they want to use, and the network with endless features. This is huge news. Now, we knew the partnership with the ADF would be big, but with a push for national currency, and Apollo has been in Africa for almost 2 months total time in the last couple months, pushing for national currency use in Africa, using the Apollo 0% inflation currency. It is progressing faster than anybody has ever thought possible. And you're going to see that down the road, not too long from now, in my opinion, you're going to hear an announcement of a national currency deal. And for that to happen, there's been somewhat similar in the past with Bitcoin, but Bitcoin was used as a reserve. This is going to be totally different. This is going to be legal tender for coins and paper money. And we will just wait and see what happens. But it's going to be fantastic to watch, because this is the all-in-one. Apollo has everything under the sun, and its endless features, well, holy mackerel, they're all coming to fruition. The DEX Live coming this month, Sharding coming this month, the fastest network in the land getting faster with sub-second times, and the Wallet 3.0 coming out with a much more beautiful look. It's good now, but it's going to be much better soon. And that is the ticket. If Apollo signs a national currency deal, you're going to see the, how can I put it, astronomical price difference. No doubt about that. Bitcoin's popularity beats Trump, Tesla, and Kim Kardashian on Google. Good stuff. Then, the CBOE's looming crypto futures exit means for the Bitcoin price. What does it mean? It doesn't mean much, because they're coming back in. They're not going to pass up what's been going on with Bitcoin. And there's basically, CBOE is assessing its approach with respect to how it plans to continue to offer digital asset derivatives for trading. But we have nothing new to announce at this time. They will. Why will they? Well, guess what? May was the best month for CME Bitcoin futures volume since 2017. So average daily volume, ADV, reached more than 13,600 contracts, equaling to 515 million. So that is something that, when you look at that chart, yeah, that's why they're going to get back in. The future for, yeah, that's good. The future for futures is going to be very, very good. Now, when you look at regulations, Jay Clayton, the SEC chairman, addresses Bitcoin supporters and resistance to cryptocurrency. It's not resistance, it's just custody. When you look at what's required under the current SEC regulations and with the way stocks were regulated, custody is a big thing. And they're working that out. So when we get into the retail space, custody is important. And you have to just look at what's going to be going on here. They're going to take care of business. It's just that they're going to have to do a little modification and then lock and load. They're not banning crypto. And the FUD that was around for India, they're not going to put people in jail. Bitcoin FUD, India's Reserve Bank denies involvement in crypto ban. India is India, and guess what? If India bans Bitcoin, it's not going to stop it. They're not going to put people in jail. Okay, they're really not. This was a proposal, and you get wacky proposals from individuals. That's a part of government. They propose wacky things, and then they get shot down. So what it comes down to, if you're in India and they ban you and there's a threat of being put in jail, move out. Go somewhere else. All right? Or go undercover. Cloak it. VPN. Bull market imminent. Or get Apollo and you're invisible. Yes. Invisible. IP masking. Multi-layer. Ding, 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 ding. Bull market imminent. Why investors are stacking Ethereum, XRP, and Litecoin? Because it's coming. But it's not going to be to the point of 2017 hype go crazy. But it's going to be steady growth up, up, up and away. And that is bull all the way. Salesforce introduces blockchain platform based on the Hyperledger. Salesforce, one of the world's biggest providers of cloud solutions for businesses, launched its own blockchain platform. Announced during its 4th annual Trailheadx developer conference, the company's new low-code platform called Salesforce Blockchain will extend the power of client relations management. Dun, 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 dun. Good news. And guess what? The stolen Bitcoin is on its move. Bitfinex. Stolen Bitcoins have been spotted moving on the blockchain after 3 years of lying dormant. In a series of transactions beginning on Friday, I'm not going to go through the times and all that, about 1.37 million moved from a wallet that had previously held funds taken in the 2016 Bitfinex hack. The theft, which cost the exchange $60 million. Well, they're tracking it. That's the one thing about Open Ledger. You can see what's going on there. Look at that. Well, hopefully they can track down and take care of business. Freeze the frickin' money. All right, anyway. Speaking of Apollo, yes, this is the breakdown of the coding and what they're working on for Sharding and DEX Live. And you can see all the files merged. That means going towards completion. And the pieces that are not open under compare, already taken care of, but being worked on with slight adjustments. 14 hours ago, 16 hours ago, 17 hours ago, 23 hours ago. You can see here that they're working their butts off. And usually Mondays-ish is when they have releases of new wallets. And we'll have to wait and see what they do for early this week. But guess what? Speaking of what's around, DEX, we know that. Anybody that's been watching my videos and watching and dealing with Apollo knows that DEX Live is trading is coming this month. Holy mackerel. The ADF and national currency push is going strong. And new announcements and press releases are coming. And I'll show you that from Steve's mentionings. Apollo Africa, and that is just going to be bigger than anybody ever thought. Okay, when you look at what Apollo has for the all-in-one, for the fastest network in the land, and its sub-second speed coming with this month's update, 1 to 2 seconds currently. The most private in the world with public option. A all-in-one wallet, which if you look at my last video, breaks down the wallet. Last few videos. Download the wallet, check it out. You have everything built into it. It's a gateway to your next-gen network, an NEXT gen network. The thing about Apollo Africa, it's going to rock the world. Not just the crypto world. Once the national currency deal is done, it's going to be national, international news, global, for a crypto replacing fiat cash. Okay? Just imagine that. People will be disregarding their currency that they've had for many years and using crypto. And it's going to be paper bills, Apollo bills, and Apollo coins. Denominations to be determined. But it's coming. And then you have sharding. It prevents bloating on the network. Historic. Nobody's been able to do it. Apollo has. This month, it's going to be done. All this is why you've got Apollo surging. And breaking news is they're going to really surge. With its production and what they're doing, Apollo said from the beginning that they were not
We did not
there.
develop Apollo to compete with the top 20.
Listen.
We developed Apollo to replace them.
Okay, they basically are
Welcome to the future.
replacing, not competing, but replacing. With the ADF Group Partnership Letter, closer national currency adoption is coming. The ADF piece, oh, one thing too that they put up a statement here. I believe that Apollo currency is the best way to create wealth for the African people and the best solution to Africa's biggest problems. That's huge. Along with what they put in the ADF piece, which a better copy is right there. Okay, and what it comes down to, I mentioned yesterday, and if you didn't see it yesterday, I'm not going to read through the whole thing, but I'll leave it here for a second while I'm talking. The main crux of this article is that they have identified Apollo currency Africa as the only and obvious choice with regard to cryptocurrency and its application in an African perspective, to form a partnership and integrate into our involvement in the African continent. And this is the big one, because of Apollo's independent blockchain and endless features we are endorsing its use. And adoption to any of the 54 African countries we have relationships with. I basically just read the whole thing. How do you like that? Okay, Steve's comments, I think it was last night, yes, in the last few hours actually. Get ready for the press releases to hit. We have a lot coming. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we're right there. Okay. As our releases come out this month, we will be launching global press releases. We intend on using this as a starting point for our new phase. We have been working long and hard to get things out. DEX, Sharding. Everyone will be able to enjoy it very soon. And then, of course, the African Initiative. We will be hosting the press releases on CCN. Not bad there, guys. Very much not bad. When you look at what's going on with Apollo, it's a genesis. It's working. It's going to be huge. And with this, everything that they have established in the last year, anybody that's not into Apollo right now, I'm not your financial advisor, but I'll just say this. You may have heard this statement before. You snooze, you lose. That's just my opinion. When you look at everything that Apollo is doing in this world right now to take care of business, hello Houston. That is the ticket. Hello Houston. So when the volume of APL goes up and up and up, you're going to see this price go up and up and up. Everybody have a great one. Any breaking news, I'll have it for you. Remember this. I started promoting Apollo back 1 year ago, a little bit more than 1 year ago. Okay? Wait, 1.2 months ago. It's 1 year and 2 months ago. Basically, the future, I've watched it. I've been on the pulse of Apollo since the beginning. There was one Apollo not back when I started. Me. Okay? And I've watched it grow and expand around the world. It's just a rush. And it's just going to be phenomenal. Summer 2019, the rest of 2019, and of course, beyond. Everybody have a great one.